Carnival kicks off today, the largest celebration of its kind in North America. And we're getting in the spirit with incredible Caribbean cuisine.
Yes, our next guest cooks for celebrities, and she's here with dishes she calls fresh AF. That's affordable flavor. Clean it up. Straight from the West Indies, please welcome the author of Cooking Authentically with Chef Brie, Brittany Bullard. Good to have you here. Good to have you here.
We're so excited. And before we get into the delicious food you have here today, can you talk a little bit about your celebrity connections? Who have you had the pleasure of feeding?
Well, I'm no bragger.
Brag, girl, brag.
But I've made food for so many people.
Okay.
Like the NBA players, some of them I really can't name.
Okay.
And Kim Fields.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so many other people. David O.
So great.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
David
so
O,
I did
yes,
some of
the
that,
Afrobeats, that's huge.
And 50 Cent.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
what did he want to eat?
Seafood.
Okay, yeah, no, good to know. Now, as we mentioned, this weekend in Toronto is a Caribbean Carnival. So what are you looking forward to this weekend?
Well, I'm looking forward to just bringing the flavor and the heat. You know, this Toronto Carnival is basically the biggest in North America.
Yeah.
And we're just celebrating flavors, freedom, and happiness.
Yes, I love
So
that.
good.
Yes.
Well, as you mentioned, your specialty is seafood. So let's start with that. Tell us about this spicy mango shrimp salad.
So I'm a seafood lover, and I'm also a salad lover, but I like hot salads, like flavorful, that leaves you full.
Yes.
Like I don't want to eat a salad and just feel like I drank a cup of water.
Yeah, thank you.
Like, where's the food?
Yes.
So that's what we're doing with this salad. So what we did is we put it on a bed of arugula and the different mixed greens.
Love it.
And then we did a spicy shrimp. And then we did a seasoned mango with tahini. And then I made a guava dressing.
Ooh,
It is
guava
so good.
dressing.
Guava dressing.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, it's so
Brittany, what
flavorful.
makes this fresh AF?
Well, this dish is fresh AF because it's literally one bag of shrimp that's really affordable.
Okay.
And then you add an exotic fruit, and that gives it a luxe feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so good,
Like
so
it?
flavorful, a little bit of kick. Do you have any tips on preparing this dish?
Well, with seafood, it's delicate. You want to just keep it fast. Say shrimp on each side for 1 to 2 minutes.
Yep.
You don't want to overcook it. It can go from soft and supple to rubbery very fast.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so this dressing is incredible. There's a bit of sweetness to it, and it's made with guava paste.
Yes.
I've never cooked with guava paste before, so what else can you do with it?
So this one is a staple in my kitchen. I always have it. So you can rim your margaritas and make a guava margarita.
Oh my gosh, okay.
For the grazers, you can add it to the table with some brie and some crackers, eat it together.
That would be incredible.
It's so good, you have no idea.
Okay.
And then in the Caribbean, we just like to make it savory. So what we do is we mix it down in some barbecue sauce and we put it on wings and we just grill them.
So it's the kick that I'm tasting is not from the guava paste alone.
No.
You've added to that. Okay,
Yes.
great.
Right.
Oh, amazing.
It's from the
so
shrimp.
versatile. So
It's
good.
so good, as I have another shrimp on my fork. All right, so next up you have Bahamian grilled fish. Talk to us about this dish.
So as you know, again, I'm from the Bahamas and we have fish fries all the time. So what we do is we do a 1-pan meal with grilled fish. So it's just some snapper, boiled corn, potatoes, plantain, veggies, and like a citrusy broth. And it's a one dish, it's easy. Sometimes we eat it with rice, sometimes we eat it with grits. And that's good. And what makes this dish so affordable to me is that when you use the whole fish, it's so much cheaper than getting a fillet or steak. Like you can get 3 whole fish for the price of 1 steak or 1 fillet.
Okay, so that's what makes it fresh AF.
So what do you do?
I'm so afraid of saying that.
I know, we're all singing very gingerly. Fresh AF.
F.
So what are your tips for making this dish?
This dish is almost foolproof. What you want to do is, because it's wrapped in the foil, you can't really dry it out. So what you want to do is just cook it low and slow, make sure it's seasoned well, and you're good to go.
We're good to go.
Okay.
It's so delicious.
It's so easy.
Love it. Okay, so we're moving on next to oxtail plantain nachos. Okay, tell us about this.
So this one is one of my favorites when I'm hosting. I wanted something that was giving Mexican, but with an island undertone.
Yeah.
So I swap out the tortilla chips for plantain chips that I made myself. And then I braised the oxtail for about 18 hours. And then I shredded it. And then we topped that with charred corn, and we did a pineapple pico de gallo. And then I made an oxtail creamer. So the reduction of the oxtail gravy, I mixed that with some sour cream, and I drizzled that on top.
This is so creative and so
Delicious, honey. Say it. I'm like, this is so good. I'm moving into your house, Britt. This is delicious.
Come on, I'm looking for a wife.
Listen, you like to cook and I like to eat with a perfect
Why not?
union.
I know, right?
It'd be perfect. All right. So why do you classify this one as fresh AF?
This one is fresh AF because one, plantains are cheap. You can usually find like plantains for like $2 or one for $2. So plantains are cheap and you switch it out. And then oxtail right now is a bit of a commodity, but once you mince it down, you can get 3 to 4 portions, what makes it a little bit, it lasts a little bit longer.
Okay.
So that's what makes this one fresh AF.
Yeah, talk about why oxtail is a preferred protein for you.
So oxtail in the Caribbean household is a staple, and it comes from history, like we had to basically come from nothing to something. And that is exactly what this is, because using discard meats right now, and that's like this in a Caribbean household, everybody use oxtail. It's high in collagen.
Yep.
It takes a long time to cook, but the flavor is always there. Like you almost could never miss it with the flavor with this one.
So good.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't missed on the flavor of any of these dishes. Everything's delicious, and we're gonna end things with a nice drink. You brought us the Bahama Mama Slushy. Talk to us. Right?
So everywhere you go, especially tropical islands, you'll definitely find a Bahama Mama. But I wanted to do something for the adults that's cool and a little bit more summery. So it's icy. There's a little alcohol in there, so be careful.
Don't you see me sway into the breeze of music that no one else can hear?
The music in our head. So yeah, this one is just a staple, and I wanted to put a twist on it, just to make it a little bit more fun and summery.
What are the ingredients?
So there's guava juice, there's pineapple juice, there's orange juice, there's grenadine.
Okay.
And there's some coconut rum.
All right.
Yeah,
That's why it's so smooth.
that's why. But it's sweet, so be careful.
Too late for that. Too late. All right, Chef Bree, thank you so much for feeding us delicious Caribbean dishes. That was fantastic.
My passion for heirloom tomatoes runs deep. So when I heard about summer's latest food trend, I was intrigued.
Well, heirloom tomato flights are taking charcuterie's place in the spotlight. So here with her take on the trend and to show us unique ways to use the summer produce is award-winning chef Suman Ali Saeed. Welcome back to the show, Suman. Welcome back.
Thank you
Welcome
for
back.
seeing you.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Now, when I say I love tomatoes, I eat so many of them every summer that I get canker sore. So that just sort of sets up. Yeah, I love them. I love them. I tend to eat them always the same way, though, so I'm excited about today. But talk to us about why you think they're so versatile.
Tomatoes in general are like so versatile. You can use it for salads, for barbecue, for stews. It's got this really earthy, acidic flavor to it and works out like a savory, sweet jam consistency in recipes. And that's the reason why, in season, summer, winter, but obviously heirloom tomatoes being the focus, so good.
Ooh, love it.
Well, Jess, it turns out you're not the only one having a hot tomato summer. Hot girl tomato summer. Hot tomato girl summer. Whatever. It's all over social media, and you love the housewives. Bethany Frankel, she's got in on this action. I actually saw this post, and then I tried it. Wasn't it good?
I didn't try it.
Okay, so if anybody doesn't know, it's tomato, turkey, cottage cheese, Dijon mustard, and everything seasoning. Okay, so what is that all about?
So basically, it's a tomato flight.
Okay.
And you have this combination of sliced tomatoes, basic salt and pepper, olive oil seasoning, and you can play around with whatever garnishes you would like to have.
You're almost using the tomato like a piece of bread or a
Exactly,
cracker.
yes.
Like a crostini or something like
Yes.
that. Okay. So you've brought in your Marry Me tomato
Yes.
flight. What have you done here with this?
All right, so I have 6 different varieties over here. So you have halloumi with some pickled shallots. You have some seared paneer with pistachio honey. So again, sweet and savory. You have, this is my personal favorite, goat cheese with watermelon and some lumi powder. We have classic burrata with basil or za'atar garnish on top. And then BLT, bacon, lettuce, tomato as it is. And then over here, some pickled turnips and date salsa and cucumber.
The creativity.
Yes.
Wow. But quickly, why do you call it the Marry Me?
So I call it the Marry Me because this is one of the first few dishes that I made for my husband after getting married. And after he tasted it, he said that he would have married me sooner if he would have eaten it earlier. So yeah.
Okay, you mentioned something called lumi powder.
Yes.
What is that?
So this is lumi powder. It is from lumi, which is dehydrated lime. You can smell it.
Oh, no way.
It's a very key ingredient of Bahraini cooking, and it has this really nice umami, fragrant, fermented, tangy flavor. So you can powder it up and use as your garnish on salads, on sliced up cucumber, or else you can just do an incision with knife and drop it in your stews.
Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. So the next dish you've brought is fit for like a garden sort of party. Tell us about these tomato toasts.
My personal favorite dishes also to play around with. So perfect with your girls, with your family to put together. So you can take any sourdough bread, slice it up, butter, salt, pepper, and then some whipped labneh on top. That's the one that you're tasting. There's some Aleppo pepper on top, and whatever heirloom variety you have on hand.
This is summer in a bite. Sorry.
And to enhance the look a little bit more, you can do some rose petals or some edible flowers. It's really elegant and pretty looking.
This is gorgeous.
Wow. I don't even want to move on, but we are going to move on to the next dish. Next up, you've got grilled heirloom tomatoes and citrus salata.
Salata. So salata basically means a salad in Arabic, and we have over here. So basically, again, a combination of grilled fruits and heirloom tomato. Cut up your fruit, season with salt and pepper, and then barbecue, grill, however you would like to, and then put it together with radicchio, endives, Boston lettuce, and then some really nice honey Dijon dressing on top.
What's the fruit?
We have peach and apples, and then the key aspect over here is mango powder. So this is mango powder. It's called amba spice. You can dust this on top. It adds this oomph to your dishes.
What? My goodness, I'm learning so much.
Wow.
It is also something that helps you tenderize meats also.
Oh, very interesting.
Nice.
Hey, I rarely grill my tomatoes because I like them just kind of that way, but now I want to grill them. So tips on how to grill them.
So 2 very important things. Make sure you do not use too soft tomatoes. You want to use like semi-ripe.
Okay.
Cut it into half. Season with some pepper, oil. You want to do the salt afterwards.
Interesting. How come?
Because the moment you would, let's say, put it on heat, the juices in the fruit itself, because tomato is a fruit, the moment there's heat applied, it releases the juices out. It acts.
So they get dried out, kind of.
Yes.
Okay.
Noted.
This recipe also uses date vinegar, which is something I've never used. So when do you use it?
So date vinegar comes from fermented date or even palm sap. It's a very ancient ingredient, part of the Middle Eastern Mediterranean cooking. So replace your apple cider vinegar or even rice vinegar with date vinegar. So it's, again, very, very versatile, adds this nice fermented tangy flavor. You can even marinate your seafood with it.
Oh my God, this might be the most excited I've been so far, and I've been very excited on this segment. Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Next you have a tomato tart, which looks absolutely gorgeous. It's got spiced ricotta and fresh herbs. So tell us about this.
So very simple to execute, especially if you're doing a gathering with family. You can take up any butter tart or flaky tart recipe, bake it, and then add your whipped cottage cheese or whipped ricotta. Place it in the center, and whatever heirloom tomato you have, slice it up, garnish on top, and then season with either like a mint sugar or like a red chili oil or herb oil. Play around. And then you can cut the slices and eat it. Enjoy
it's so
it.
versatile. I love it. I love it.
So good. Again, they're making us move on so fast, but we're going to end off with a stew.
Yes.
Look at
Tell
this.
us about
Sorry.
this.
This is gorgeous. Tell us all about
So this is comfort food and soul food for me.
Oh.
Yes. So what you see over here is tomatoes and onions sauteed together. You have aubergines and chickpeas with regular baby cherry tomatoes stewed together. You can eat it with rice. You have it in front of yourself. And again, like, this is going to send you in a food coma. Because it's again, it's a dish you can eat in summer, in winters, but the fact that you're cooking tomatoes, it releases this really sweet, savory flavor profile.
Beautiful. They're all my favorite.
I know. I don't know if I
favorite.
can pick a favorite, but this is the only dish, correct me if I'm wrong, that is you're cooking your tomatoes.
Correct.
So talk to me a little bit about that, how it changes the flavors.
So when you cook tomatoes, it really breaks down the sugar particles, the sugar inside the tomatoes on its own. And then what really happens is that when you're cooking and bringing it together in like a stew-like consistency, the viscosity will also change. So it makes it thick like jam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And it becomes sweeter and more.
Exactly
Oh my God,
sweeter.
it's so delicious.
Suman, this was spectacular. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Wow.
We
with the rising cost of groceries, it's becoming more and more expensive to buy meat, fish, and seafood.
Well, our next guest says that cooking dishes with summer squash can yield easy, filling, and delicious weeknight dinners while remaining budget friendly. Please welcome back to the show culinary expert Valeria Zingay. Welcome back, Valerie.
Thank you.
It smells amazing. I just got to ask a question. Why do you love cooking with summer squash?
So it is becoming expensive buying ingredients that are filling. However, cooking with summer squash and infusing it with ingredients like ricotta or even condiments like capers and chocolate can result in hearty and filling meals. And plus, I always encourage buying other squashes that aren't just green zucchini.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we love squashes, as we've established. So what are some other squashes that we might be less familiar with in terms of cooking?
So you can start with zucchini blossoms, which are the edible flowers of the zucchini plant. You also have patty pan squash, which are these little cute squashes right here, super cute. You also have straight neck squash and kusa squash. And unlike winter squashes that have a longer shelf life, summer squashes are a little bit shorter in shelf life because they have really thin skin and high moisture, so it's always best to cook them within days of purchase.
Okay, within days of purchase. You got
Yes.
4 dishes we're going to go through.
Oh, yeah.
What's the first one?
First one, we have your ricotta stuffed zucchini blossoms. These are fried, crunchy, and delicious. And the first thing you want to do is in a large bowl, you're going to combine some ricotta cheese, some Parmigiano, some lime zest with some lemon juice, some salt and pepper. Mix that together, and then in a piping bag, you're going to pipe your zucchini blossoms. Once you pinch them to close, dip them in a batter. The batter is a mixture of some flour, club soda, and baking powder. Fry them in some hot oil until it's nice and ready, and you can eat it on its own or with a dip. I have some remoulade you can also dip in there as well. So good.
I would eat that for a meal.
Can you
Just
see
the whole thing for a meal?
Like, just look at the inside of this. So there's like an art form to this, which is that you can see that you've stuffed
that's
it.
so cute.
But these
They're
are the
quite pretty.
actual zucchini
That is
blossoms
the zucchini
here.
blossom, yes.
So it seems like it would be really hard to stuff, like to get something inside that. How do you do it?
It can be tricky, but 2 things. First of all, make sure your ricotta cheese is slightly warmed up, so that way it's not stiff in the piping bag. And also, just don't overfill it. So when you pinch the tips, it closes on its own.
Can I eat these?
You can eat everything.
Okay, yeah, 'cause
go
it's so
for
good.
it.
It's just so good.
That's why it's here. I'm not taking it back.
Okay, yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, everybody and their mother has air fryers these days. Could you just throw these guys in the air fryer?
You absolutely can. Just make sure you grease the basket before you air fry, so it
the
doesn't
basket,
stick.
Okay, so
Yeah.
good. Okay, so next up we have your take on meatballs. What can you tell us about them?
So these are chili lime squash meatballs with a remoulade. Again, super simple, and they come together rather quickly. First things first, in a pan, you're gonna saute some onions, add some garlic, then you're gonna add in some shredded carrots and some shredded yellow squash, season with some chili powder, some salt and pepper. Cook that for a few minutes. Once that's done, you're going to then combine some eggs, right? So good, and it's very tender, almost like a dumpling with a nice crisp around it.
This is amazing.
Oh, it's so
glad you enjoy it.
good. Okay, so you cook this with a steam basket?
You can steam it. If
Okay.
you don't have a steam basket, you can also poach it in some hot water in a pot.
Oh my gosh.
What else is in this? Like, what are the ingredients?
Absolutely. So you have some eggs in there, some mayonnaise. You also have some lime juice and zest, a little bit more salt and pepper. So when you combine it together, you form them into balls before you steam them. or poach them.
Delicious.
So good.
Okay, up next we have something called baked ziti.
Yes.
What is that?
It's basically a spin on
fans
ziti,
in
but
the
a
audience.
little vegetarian spin with some squash for summer. Yeah, really good. Start things off. You want to roast your squash to pull out the moisture. So you're
Okay.
going to roast your squash by placing the sliced squash on a sheet pan, and you're going to roast it in the oven. Once that's done, in a pan, you're going to combine again some onions and some carrots, and some garlic. Then you're going to add in your tofu and cook that for a few minutes. Then you're going to add in your tomato sauce, seasoned generously with salt and pepper, some green herbs. Once that's done, you're going to layer a casserole dish. You're going to start with your tofu tomato sauce, and then you're going to add your patty pan squash and your green squash. Layer that, and then you have, of course, the best part, your 3 cheeses, which will
Okay.
be your mozzarella, Parmigiano, and ricotta. Bake that in the oven until it's melted, and boom.
It's amazing. So how many different kinds of squash, or could you use many types
You can
of
use
squash
many
here?
types. This has a mix again of patty pan, straight neck, and some green squash, but any squash works for this.
It's so good. I love this so much because I've like sort of dabbled in growing growing vegetables, and one of the things that is so easy, you kind of like can be a total
Zucchinis.
idiot.
Yes.
Zucchini.
Zucchini.
And then there's so many of them. I'm always just like, oh, I guess I chop it up. Anyway, so these are such great ideas.
Yeah.
But your last dish, though, I feel like it may come as a surprise because it's a sweet one. It's a dessert, a summer squash dessert. So tell us about this. I know.
So I have a double chocolate squash loaf with chocolate ganache. I gotta tell you, I make this once a month. I have some squash in my freezer just for that, because it is that addicting, and it's
Okay.
also flour-free. So to start things off, you're gonna add some
yeah.
grated squash. Yeah, right?
Oh, yeah.
Grated squash in a large bowl, and then you're gonna add your almond butter, some salt, and some eggs. Whisk that together with a little bit of honey. Then you're gonna sift in some coconut flour, your baking powder, baking soda for leavening. And then you're gonna whisk that, pour that in a prepared loaf pan. You're also gonna mix in your cocoa powder. Once that's done, bake it in the oven until it comes out nice and clean, and top it with some chocolate ganache, which is very simple. Just some whipped cream and
Oh
some
my
melted
God.
chocolate.
Somebody backstage, can you scan the QR code on the screen
Yeah,
right
we
now?
need this, we need
I
this.
need this
I
in my
know,
life.
I
I'm
know.
making this tonight. But you say you have to really prepare the zucchini for this.
Yes, you do. So I recommend you put the grated zucchini in a cheesecloth or a paper towel, and you want to squeeze out the moisture because that moisture can make your batter runny, delay the cooking time. Who wants a soggy cake? No one likes that.
Yeah, no one loves that. Okay.
Can I ask a quick question
Of
about
course.
the freezing of the zucchini? When you freeze a zucchini, I didn't know you could even do that.
Yes.
Are you freezing it just like this, or are you chopping it up first?
You should chop it up.
Okay.
Because then it's going to wither. So you want to chop it up, freeze it in freezer bags.
Okay.
It can last for at least a year in your freezer.
What?
Yeah.
Hot tip, guys.
This
Hot
is why I
tip.
make this every month. It's so good.
Oh my God, so good. So could you also use peanut butter or any other nut butters in this loaf?
Any nut butter works. Sometimes I use peanut butter. Sometimes even pumpkin seed butter works.
Oh my
You want to take advantage of all
Okay,
your
but
options.
truly, how tricky is it? Like, how tricky is it?
It's actually very, very simple. Again, the one thing you want to get down is maybe when you're adding some almond butter, you want to melt it a bit in case it's a little too thick.
Yep.
Or make sure if you're getting natural almond butter, if the oil separates, you want to mix that in. But with regards to the squash, it's actually very simple. And again, you can use any squash for this. Just make sure you strain it each time you grate it.
Again,
Okay.
for the record, you don't taste the squash.
Not at all.
You
At
don't
all.
taste the squash, but
Kids
squash
will
is
be
also,
fooled.
Kids
it's
will be
also
fooled.
naturally sweet. That's why squashes work well in desserts. It's really sweet. It's naturally sweet. It's just, yes, it's a vegetable, so you can go, but it's actually quite sweet.
Parents love this.
Yes.
Valerie, mind's blown. Thank you. Thank you. Really amazing.
In recent years, charcuterie has truly become art couture. People create stunning spreads so beautiful you almost don't want to dig in.
It's so true, but we are going to anyway, because today we are getting a lesson in simple ways to wow your guests with edible decor. So please welcome food stylist and the founder of Grazing Platters in the Six, Sarah Juman-Yassin. Welcome to the show.
All right, so Sarah, you are well known for creating these amazing boards. So what are the great tips that you can share with us about how we create a beautiful charcuterie board?
So our charcuterie board, you want to have color, different pops of color, neutrals, textures, and flavors. And what makes a perfect board is what's perfect for you. So if you like spicy cheese, add spicy cheese. If you like subtle cheese, add subtle cheese. And just make it really all about you.
I love that. Well, why don't we start?
Yes.
Because we are going to start with a stunning summer spread that you say it is so easy to put together. And you say we can start with carved fruit.
Yes.
And maybe start with a kiwi?
Yeah.
So what are we going to do?
So carved fruit is so simple to do. I'm going to demo how to do it. And it's just really a couple steps. So I have
You
a
have a lot of faith in
knife.
us. Okay.
And we're going to be doing V's and inverted V's. So I want to have a slanted cut.
Okay.
And then you do an inverted cut and just keep going around V's and push it all the way through.
I already messed it
All
up.
the way
No, you did
through?
not.
Oh,
Keep
look at me.
going, keep going. I'm gonna go a bit faster.
Yeah, you go faster.
Okay, but we're just making V's and all the way through. And you
Okay.
can do this on a watermelon. You can do it on a cantaloupe.
Okay.
Oh.
And it's supposed to look like that.
Oh, yeah? Very Oh, I did it. I don't know what I did, but yeah, okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's cute.
It's almost the
It's
same.
almost the same.
So I've done it on melon, and I've used it as a fruit bowl. So if you think about, you want to just elevate something very
that's
simple.
pretty.
Just serve
That's
your
what it's
fruit
supposed
in
to
it.
look like.
That's what.
Right.
Gotcha.
The next one, you got it, Andrea. The next
Okay,
one.
all
All right,
right.
well, let's get to the next one because we're talking about salami roses. You're going to teach us how to make this one.
Yeah, so very simple. So I have some salami here. So I use 7 or 8 pieces. That's my magic number.
all, okay.
And we're gonna lay it out flat with just a slight overlap like that.
Okay.
Okay, and just make it in a straight-ish line.
Okay. Oh, my.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to overlap a little
You know,
bit more.
I started eating meat last year, but I haven't eaten a cold cut. So this is good. Could be a
I used
first.
to eat these straight out the package as a kid when my mom wasn't home.
Okay, so next we're
Right.
gonna fold
Okay.
it in half.
Uh-huh.
We're almost there. Okay, and I'm gonna just, a little bit of elbow room, just gonna
Okay.
twist mine, and then you're gonna start rolling it.
Oh.
Just roll.
What, girl?
So there's a lot of different techniques. This is, you don't need anything else.
Oh my God! It looks like a flower.
Okay, wait.
Oh.
Wait. Wait.
Yeah, we're waiting on you. We're waiting
This
on
is
you.
not like the kiwi. I think I got this one.
Okay, so to keep it, if you have cheeses, you can use the cheese. If you don't, just stick it with a toothpick.
Okay.
And then you, ta-da.
Wow.
Ta-da.
Okay, so
Yeah, go for it.
that is really nice. What is the most beautiful way to present the charcuterie?
Okay, so if you don't want to do a rose, we have meats. So the meat is flat like this. So it's very easy to create nice kind of meat looking like a frill. So I'm just taking it in my hand, folding it in half, and I'm swooshing it up. And you do a couple of these, and you're gonna get frills. So instead of putting your meat out flat, you can see it's starting to come together as frills. You continue doing this, and it looks beautiful, just like we have it on the board.
Hey, I love that. Easy.
Very easy.
Okay, so Sarah, we're gonna talk about the floral cheese log is also gorgeous. Is that something that you made yourself as well?
No, this was a viral trend that I saw, and I had to jump on it.
Okay, let's do it.
So edible flowers on cheese is my thing. So if you have a soft cheese like goat cheese, you get edible flowers, you create your own design, and you put it together. And what's nice about this, it's not only beautiful, it tastes really good. So the flowers actually have a really nice taste.
What?
That's beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay, that's really cool. All right, so are there rules for following tips that you can help to build a board, to build a beautiful board?
So
What tips
I
can
know
you share with
people
us?
think that it's really hard to create, but it's not. So you start with anchor pieces.
Okay, what's an anchor piece?
Your big cheeses, your
Okay.
big grapes, and you start building around that. So for example, if you had like 2 wedge cheeses,
Yeah.
you put that on the corners, and then you start putting your grapes, and you start filling in, and then you'll see that
And do
it
you
fills
put
in.
the grapes next to the cheeses?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
just
then
checking.
and then what happens is that you'll start to see all of it come together. Add some fruit, add some textures, and then if you really think that you didn't create something nice, add some edible flowers, and it always looks beautiful.
I
love that.
Yes.
Good tips, good tips.
You make it sound so easy. I love that. Okay, let's move on to watermelon. And you say that watermelon is a perfect canvas for some really easy, fun, delicious treats.
Yeah, so in the summer, there's lots of different desserts. People are, always watching what they're eating. We have cupcakes and cakes. Why not have a watermelon cake? It's really delicious. It quenches your thirst.
Okay.
So here I've brought in some watermelon cakes. So what this is, I've sliced my watermelon to look like a pizza. I've put on some vanilla yogurt.
Okay,
and
wait,
then
I need
I've
to go
topped
back
it
in.
with
I need to go
fruit.
back in.
So that's a watermelon pizza, but you can also have a mini cake as looking as watermelon as
am I
well.
eating here? What
This
is
is
that?
really, what is the, this?
What's the white stuff?
This is cream cheese mixed with a little bit of yogurt and some sugar. And it's like a new take on watermelon.
What's a new take?
You might not like it. I love this.
Okay.
I love this. Oh my gosh, I love
just
that.
have to get used to it. I have to get used to it, but I see where you're going. Yeah, I see that. All right, so I'm obsessed with this pineapple tree. Talk to us about this one.
Okay, so this, if you want one stunning piece for our barbecue, a fruit tray, anything just to wow your guests, this is it. So this is 3 different pineapples that I took. For the bottom and the middle, I cut the top and the bottom of the pineapple off. I attached it with bamboo skewers, and the top pineapple, I cut the bottom off, and then I attached it. And on the very top, I've added fake leaves. So this is a 5-minute task to do.
And
right?
easy. I can do that.
Yeah.
Easy.
I can't roll salami, but I can do that.
Okay, why don't we end with an edible table runner?
Yes.
How?
So this is an edible table runner. So I started with adding, again, my anchor pieces. So these are my trays that I got. And then I added in greenery. So here I've mixed fake greenery with real greenery. Because some people might say, it's really expensive to do florals. Here I went to Marshall's, I picked up some fake greenery, I added in some real flowers. And then I topped it all with fruits. And I've used citrus fruits. And the reason is, mosquitoes do not like citrus. So if you have this as a table runner out, you're protecting yourself from mosquitoes, and it's really, really beautiful.
Oh my
smart.
gosh, that's so smart.
Good idea. Just want to make sure the grapes are real. The grapes are real.
Well, Sarah, thank you so much. Perfect timing for all the summer entertaining ahead. Thank you.
Thank you
so much. So cool.
Gardening season is finally here. It's a time that evokes all the feelings in me. Pure joy and passion run through my veins so much that I can barely contain my excitement. I bounce through the walls. I just want to spread the joy wherever I go when it comes to this time of year.
What am I looking at? Okay, Jess, I can't say that I relate, but our next guest is here with herb garden tips and recipes for those who can. Please welcome Chef Charlotte Langley back to the show. So good to see you. Okay, so Charlotte.
Yes.
Before we dive into the gardening and all the recipes, a little birdie told me that someone got engaged recently.
Thank you.
Spill it. We want all the deeds.
Okay, most romantic partner of all time. And actually, 2 years ago on the show, I was like waiting for the engagement, and it's happened. Nice. So I started off with a scavenger hunt, and he left me a clue in the morning. He said, "This is your first clue. You've got 2 days to figure this out." And it led me to a train ride. That when I got on the train, they were like, "Your seat is actually right here." And I was like, "What?" I looked down. There was a big bouquet of flowers and a clue. And he proposed on the train. And because I'm in the canning business, he had put the ring in the can, so he popped the can open and gave me. Anyway, he's the best, guys.
This is just so beautiful. We're so happy for you.
Me too.
Oh my God.
You guys want to come to the wedding?
Yeah.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we'll be there. Trevor and I will be there.
Is that part 2 of your video?
It's coming.
I'm waiting for that part 2.
Yes, I can.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get back to gardening for a moment because my garden has truly given me so much joy over the years. Like growing stuff with your own hands and then eating it has just been truly one of the most satisfying things I've ever done. So for those who have never done it, can you give some sort of general tips for connecting our gardens to our kitchen?
Absolutely. I'd say grow what you love or grow things that are familiar to you. For example, if you like to eat a caprese salad often, grow basil. If you love a delicious tartar sauce, grow dill. Grow things that you recognize and that you love because you'll have more of an emotional connection to it.
That's great.
Smart.
Yeah. All right, so that's great. It was very impressive. I'm on the other end of the spectrum. I don't know how to grow anything. I'm more of a killer of plants. So when it comes to growing herbs, is it better to do it indoor or outdoor?
I say it doesn't really matter, but I find doing indoor, you can spend more time with it and see how it's reacting to light. There's less pests. You get to know what's going on with your plant, and then when the summer is out, just you can take them outside because they're indoor outdoor, right?
Exactly.
Just
indoor,
move them in
outdoor. So why don't we start with basil, an herb that I love to grow? What are your tips for getting it going?
Well, they grow like pretty quickly and they get really, really bushy. So make sure you're pinching all the tops. You definitely know that one.
So if people don't know what that means, that means like just pinching the little.
Yeah, you can garnish that if you want.
Yeah, pinch the top little guys so the bottom guys keep growing.
And then water from the bottom.
Like this.
There can be she's pinching it right.
Those two guys.
Oh, so I pinched
Yeah.
And then just throw it on the salad.
And just throw it on the
Yeah,
salad.
then boom.
I thought you just
Done.
pinch and leave them. You
Pinch and
mean
leave.
pinch and
Pinch and eat. And then water from underneath because you don't want the top to get too moldy because they can get fungus. So like water from the bottom versus the top. They like to have like a drier soil underneath, so it'll get too heavy if you just drown them. Just
smells incredible.
Tell me if this is accurate, because you know when you get maybe like a little Tetra Pak of basil, and you have just a little pot.
Yes.
But then the basil gets it grows so massively, so it feels so counterintuitive to put little tiny basils in a giant pot.
Yes.
But it does fill up, right?
It does fill up. Like most plants, like most herbs, they grow into their space, right? So if you want a bigger plant, like give them room to grow. Like they want to grow. That's their job.
We all want to.
We all want to grow.
Well, it depends on what growing we're talking about. All right, so Charlotte, you brought us a classic salad with a twist involving basil, which smells incredible. What did you bring for us today?
This is a caprese style salad, but instead of mozzarella, this is a buffalo mozzarella, so creamy, juicy. And the basil is in a gremolata, so it's blended with tons of garlic, tons of oil, loads of flavor. I think it needs a little bit of pepper to finish it, but she's nice and fresh. This just tastes like summer. It's on its way, guys. It's coming.
This is so good.
It's good, right?
Okay, so people often end up with an abundance of herbs.
Yes.
And you say salting them is a way to ensure.
I know. You're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. So this is a very East Coast thing. I'm an East Coast girl, and salted herbs. And and salting herbs is just one more way to preserve them long term. So when you have a bountiful amount of herbs, cut them all back, chop the crap out of them, and mix a bit of salt, put it in a mason jar sealed, throw in the back of your fridge. When you need a little kiss of summer, a little kiss of spring, soup, sauces, stews. It's a really great way to preserve the longevity and also reap the benefits of your harvest.
I'm doing that.
You're gonna love it.
Feels like a good idea.
Yeah, it is.
You know, if you buy the herbs off season,
Chop them,
instead
salt
of throwing them out.
Throw them in the fridge. Just finishing
Genius. I love
salsas,
this.
salads. It works really well.
Okay, so next up, chives. I do love chives. So what are your tips for growing chives?
Chives like a lot of room as well, and they grow really fast as well. So keep them kind of trim. Like just keep using them, use them, and then find some creative ways to incorporate them into your recipes.
I love them because I think they're almost impossible to kill.
Yes.
As well. This would be a very good
So
herb
I'm a
for
chives
you.
girl, is what you're saying. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm not
Absolutely.
They're also nitrogen fixing. They're also good for the soil. Alliums are good for the soil. So when you plant alliums or chives or onions, they add nitrogen back to the soil, which helps other things grow.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right, so next up. All right, so you put the herb to use in this creamy chive chicken recipe.
Yes.
Talk to us about this one.
Simple, very simple recipe. So it's chicken that's just been seared and roasted, a little bit of chicken stock, a little bit of cream, and I loaded it with chives in the base when I was cooking it. So you get the cooked onion flavor, and you finish it with fresh chives to get that fresh, bright onion flavor. You get a bit of both. You get a little top and bottom.
Oh my God, that's delicious.
Tastes like home.
Really good.
Tastes like home cooking.
It tastes like home cooking.
That's what I'm
stunning.
bringing to you.
That's what you're all about.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're finally moving on to one of my favorite herbs,
too.
which is dill. I love it so much, but I tend to buy it because whenever I grow it, it gets real stocky. You know what I mean? I can never. So how do I not make it stocky?
Crop management, I guess you could say. You know, like crop management. I know you're an excellent gardener. I like to keep mine smaller. So I'm also like with most of these things, except for mint, which is we'll get to.
Okay.
Keep that crop, keep harvesting, and keep using it. The more you use it, the more it's going to keep bushing out versus just growing these tall stalks. So just use them. Throw it in everything.
I know. Okay, so that's good tips. But okay, what did you bring for us to eat that's including this dill? Let's get to the food part.
Delicious dill pickle soup.
Ooh, I like that play on words.
Dill pickle soup. So I love dill pickle. She likes this one, I think. This is basically like it could be a veg or chicken stock base. There's tons of veg in it. I put like potatoes, and you finish it with dill pickles, a little bit of dill pickle juice, and load your dill in. This is a great way to use all your dill up.
This is
Sorry.
It's delicious, right?
I've never had. Have you ever had this?
No,
It's
it's
sort of a
delicious.
I'd be making this
And
again.
it's also great. I love throwing it into a Caesar salad. Dill is surprisingly amazing in a Caesar salad.
Oh my
And if you ever
goodness.
saw those Moosewood cookbooks from the 70s, movies, they put dill. Yeah, they put dill in everything. So use that book as a guide.
Okay, that's
All right,
great.
so we're moving on to our last herb, which is mint. What do we need to know?
This lady likes to spread herself out. She is going to take over your life. Okay? She's gonna spread.
Don't leave it. We'll get in trouble.
We'll get in trouble. I'm the bad influence. Sorry.
Andrea?
So,
The devil and the angel.
she's got long legs that she likes to extend outwards, so you have to kind of watch her. Just saying. Dill is almost like an invasive scenario where it loves to grow wild and it can grow kind of anywhere, rocky soil, sandy, loamy clay. So you keep it in a contained area, unless you want a backyard full of dill, or mint, also good. But she's hardy.
So quickly tell us about this gorgeous mint ice cream, chocolate mint ice cream.
This chocolate mint ice cream is basically swathing off a bunch, infusing whatever base you want to make your custard with, milk or cream. Just load it with all that beautiful fresh mint, and then use that as your base to make the ice cream. Very simple way to use a lot of it at once. Like just infuse aroma ice cream.
Charlotte, thank you so much. You're always so
You're ready. You're ready.
So beautiful.